Our fam, hope everybody's doing well. Recording yesterday's RDR or New York session recap this morning. Had a rough night last night, so didn't get a chance to do the recording. But did want to talk about yesterday's session. A couple of really nice trades available for us yesterday using the DR model. I did do the one, two, threes on the screen, and there's a couple of them that we want to talk about. And so let's just go through it really quick. First key thing I always look at is what the range is for DR. In this case, we had a very small range for New York, which is only like 11 points, if I'm not mistaken. And so it was I thought it'd be a rough day to trade it because of how small the range was. It wasn't really a lot of room for price to move. So, but I was actually mistaken, right? So let's go really quick. Price confirmed, DR confirmed high. And then what we expect to happen is going to retrace. And so it retraced all the way down below the IDR high. Didn't quite make it to the blue line, which is the 0.5 fib. I changed the color to make it a little easier to see. So it didn't quite make it all the way down there. And so, again, we're using the ladder method. Once price goes below a rung on the ladder, we place our order on that rung that just got taken. And so order was placed here at the DR high. I had a few contracts on this one, so I took the bulk of my contracts off at 5 points, which is what I was, that's my normal setup. So we're at 41.08. Most contracts came off at 41.13, and so I left a couple of runners there because one of the things I noticed, I'm actually starting to see this a little easier now, is we're in what we call a buy model, right? So if you notice here, price goes up, comes back down, price goes up, comes back down, price goes up, comes back down. So I said, okay, if we're in a buy model, at least that's what I think it is, then I'm just going to let two run. And so price comes back down, and then it takes off again. And so I've set my, sorry, I think he's moving. So I set my new take profit at 10 points, which would have been 41.18. And if you notice, it came all the way up to 41. This is 41.1750, and then it just died, right? And so I did not get 10 points here. The two runners I had came back out and got stopped out at 5 points at 41.13. That's where my I moved my stop for those runners up into profit. So 5 points all the way across the board on that trade. Happy with that. And then so as price kept coming down. What you'll notice, and before I forget, here my stop loss was 4 points, right? Because my order was here at IDR high, and we had the 0.5 fib here. Right below that was only a 4 point stop loss, which I'm very comfortable with, right? My max limit is 5, right? So that was the first trade. The second thing that comes down, price comes down. And I'm looking, going like, wow, this might actually be a false day because it might just come out and take out, the DR low, which again, with a small range, it's quite possible. But then price turns around, right? So right around lunchtime, so if price comes down, wicks all the way down, and comes back up. And so what I did was I placed an order on the 0.5 fib for it to pick me up to go higher, right? Because again, I'm price confirmed high, so I'm expecting my bias is for it to go higher. So I placed this order here, actually on this red candle, right? Which again, if I'm thinking price is going to go higher, I like to go on green candles, but I was like, well, this is a long wick, so I'll put the price here, and so I put the order here. Then so didn't get my stop loss on this one again. It was another 4 points, which is down here below the IDR low. Price did not get anywhere close to that, of course, and it went up, came back down, and then it just took off up here. Now, remember my first stop is 5 points, but the way this was moving, this would have got me at 41.04, 41.09. Price was still moving up, so I moved it to 10 points, and then at 10 points, I actually took off again. I had multiple contracts on. Took off the bulk of those, and then let price, say I'll just leave a couple runners again. And so then I moved my take profit up to 15 points, which was up here. And so my I got the 15 points. So that's where I had my two runners set to come off. So the whole trade was off at that point. No heat really on any of this. But then I could have held it a little longer. It could have went up more, but I was comfortable with that 15 points, right? So two what I call relatively easy trades today. In the last couple of days, DR has really been setting up the way you know the way the model shows, right? So, or at least the way my model works, right? So, confirmation, retrace, and then moving back up. Um, and then in this case, this is what we would call that potentially a retirement setup. Because again, price could always come all the way back down here below the DR low, but it turned around, and so now you have again that 0.5 fib, and it runs it all the way back up, past the original high for the day. So this was easy. This was another 20. It's another 10 points if I would have held it up here. But again, not trying to be greedy. 5 points across here. 15 points over here. So a nice easy 20-point day. So no complaints from my end. All right. Again, hope everybody had a great day yesterday, and we will talk to you later.